You know, with summer right around the corner, heck, we all want to look good in our bathing suits and have that sexy shape in a bathing suit and in regular clothes. Heck, you want to look good naked too, right? Well, Kathleen Pagnini is here with 7 secrets to a sexy silhouette. Welcome to Primetime, Kathleen.
Thanks, Taylor.
Now, you're a core specialist, and you have articles in our local magazines on 7 secrets to a sexy silhouette. Love it, love it, love it. And hello, I think all women want to look good. They all want a sexy silhouette, and men do too. Men should want to. So what are these secrets?
Well, I would have a lot of women come into me wanting to lose weight, but mainly they would talk about their poochy low belly.
Okay.
So I said, you know what, let's work on your whole body. So number one, we have to know that the brain actually moves your body unconscious and consciously. 95% of your movement every day is unconscious. So knowing that your brain has a huge role to play in every movement that you make, whether it's voluntary, involuntary, that's secret number one. Number two, know what upholds you. Know what you find that's dear and that you hold true to your heart. What is it? Is it your family? Is it your faith? Is it traveling? You know, what is it that you're passionate about? That's something that's very important to maintain, to keep close to your heart, because that's really going to take you through those challenging times. Number three, know where you stand, inside your body as well as outside your body. I know a lot of women that they have a lot of back pain, and because they think their spine is directly behind them, like a broomstick, so they stack up like this, where in fact, your spine is in the middle of your body, and it is like stacked like an accordion. So knowing that, you should be able to just allow your periphery muscles just to hang along your spine and not feel all tied up like this, okay?
So you're talking about posture?
Yes.
Okay.
Number four, limit what we verbalize. You know, I really try to only say things that are going to be inspiring, empowering, positive, intentional, nothing that's going to make anybody feel a little bit uncomfortable.
But how does
negative.
that give you a sexier silhouette? I'm confused.
You know, because it gives you a whole different energy.
So that's what this is coming from?
Yes, it's coming from deep inside.
So you're changing the inside so it radiates on the outside?
From the inside out. Otherwise, it's a lot of work to try to do everything on the outside to look good all the time.
Okay.
Right?
So this is going to get to the outside eventually, right?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
keep going, keep
going. Then accept all that you are. Don't worry about other people accepting you. Once we accept it ourselves, others will accept that.
It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. You have to like yourself. You have to say, I'm good enough, and you deserve happiness, success, right? And then as long as, and you're radiating good energy and love, and the right people, healthy people will feel that, and they'll attract to you.
That's right. But a lot of people look for the outside reinforcement, and you know, did I do okay? Am I good? And you know, so I say, you know, just forget it.
I think everybody goes through that at some point in their life.
I think so. Then move forward in your thoughts. Don't try to think about the past. Focus on the things that have happened to you that aren't good. You know, this way we can connect the new neural pathways in your brain, get you focused, get those pathways cemented in a certain direction, and actually sever the ones that you don't want at all.
And neuron pathways are so important to always be thinking positive and think about what you want. Don't think about what you don't want. Don't live in fear. Think about what you do want. I said a name wrong when I was reading scripts, and I panicked that, oh no, I'm going to say it wrong, and during the show, guess what happened? I said it wrong during the show because I created that neural pathway, right?
Very quickly.
So the brain is so powerful. So what else you got?
And then last, actually, but I feel is the most important, is the understanding of your body physically, not just the outside. We spend so much time in the gym, but we don't pay attention to the inside, the inner core, and the whole structure that supports everything in your body. And the base of that inner core is the pelvic floor, and that is actually the trigger of all movement. That keeps your tummy flat, a perky bum, and a lot of
This is the physical part that I've been waiting for. I'm like, check, I knew all that stuff, but our viewers might not have known all that. Check, 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 check. Now this is the, okay, go to that. So this is the meat, this is the nugget. Tell us about this.
I've been in fitness for over 30 years, and I thought I knew everything about the core, but I only knew half.
Okay.
I knew a half. So there's a whole nother core, and it's deep inside of you, and you can't really train it. You have to facilitate it.
Well, I'm nervous about what you're going to say next. How do you facilitate it? Oh, boy. Well, and remember, it's a family show, Kathleen.
I know. Well, there's ways, by intention. There's a lot. It's kind of involved. Okay. But it has to do with the autonomic system and the nervous system. So that is how you access the inner core and the pelvic floor, which is the most important part of your core, which is the pelvic floor. That actually supports all of your internal organs.
Okay, but you got to tell us something that we can get a visualization of. How do we do that?
Okay, well, first of all, to make sure that your pelvic floor is in the right position, the core is the right position, it's better to sit correctly.
Okay.
So now a lot of people will sit on their tailbone or, their back there on their sacrum. But it's real important to sit directly up on those bones. They're called the sits bones.
That's what I do. I elongate my lumbar when I'm sitting up.
Yeah, that looks perfect. That's perfect.
But it's the only way I can get my back from not hurting from sitting here for 2.5 hours.
That's great. Yeah. Exactly. And a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
That's number one, because a lot of that pelvic floor area gets turned off because we're sitting too long.
So is that why my pelvic area is not turned off? Okay, keep going. Okay, get me out of this hole. Keep going.
And basically, that's the only way that you can really get rid of that flat tummy, by accessing the inner core. And we had this available to us when we were babies. So that's all I can say. I take away everybody's periphery movement so they can use visualization, imagery, and then intention. And that actually accesses that.
Well, I do know, even at the gym, you have very fit women, and but at a certain age they start getting a pooch, and the harder you work out, the more abs you do, workouts, the pooch even becomes more concave, or concurve, right? So the thing is, we can go to your website and download your book and learn how to prevent that from happening.
Yes,
and that's, I would tell you guys right now in prime time, but I would have to say things that are not family friendly. So go on your own time and download her book and get the instructions on how to stay healthy and get a sexy silhouette.